Are you tired of feeling like you need to get a loan just to buy a loaf of bread? Well, buckle up, because today we're going to talk about the big I word, inflation. Want to know how to stay afloat in the sea of rising prices? We've got the inside scoop on how to make your money and hustle in this wild economy. You know what they say, failing to plan is planning to fail. And that couldn't be more true when it comes to managing your finances in an inflationary environment. I know, the mere thought of it makes you want to run for the hills, but trust me, it's not as bad as it sounds. Think of it this way. A budget is like a financial roadmap. It helps you see where you're going, how you're getting there, and what you're going to do when you arrive. Without a budget, you're basically driving blindfolded on a road that's constantly changing. So grab a pen and paper, or an app if you're fancy, and start tracking your expenses. Be honest with yourself about where your money is going. Are you spending $5 a day on lattes? Do you really need a subscription to every streaming service under the sun? Creating a budget doesn't mean that you have to give up on everything you love, it just means that you have to be mindful about your spending and make sure that your priorities are in order. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Let's talk about something that's going to be music to your ears. Now I know what you're thinking, investing, but I don't have any money to invest. But hear me out, because investing in yourself doesn't have to cost a dime. The more skills and knowledge you have, the more valuable you are as an employee or even as an entrepreneur. So start by taking advantage of free resources like YouTube, tutorials, or library books to learn new skills. Maybe you want to learn a new language, or maybe you want to learn how to code. You'll be increasing your potential earning and staying ahead of the curve in a constantly changing job market. The possibilities are endless. Don't forget about networking. Networking is like planting seeds. You never know when they'll bloom into something great. Attend industry events, join online communities, and reach out to people you admire for advice. Who knows, maybe that person you met at a conference will end up being your next business partner? One of the most important financial strategies out there is diversifying your portfolio. You don't have to be a finance guru to know that putting all your eggs in one basket is a bad idea. Let me break it down for you. When you diversify your portfolio, you're essentially spreading your risk. If you spread your investments across different assets like stocks, bonds, and real estate, you're less likely to take a big hit if one of them tanks. And don't forget about the power of passive income streams. Investing in rental properties or dividend-paying stocks can provide you with a steady stream of income that's not affected by inflation. Why not invest in some alternative assets like comic books or vintage cars? Just make sure that you do your research and invest wisely. This will help protect your wealth from inflation and market fluctuations. Coming to something that might make your eyes glaze over at interest rates. Before you click away, hear me out. Inflation and interest rates are like two peas in a pod. When inflation is on the rise, central banks often raise interest rates to try and slow down the economy. This can be great news if you're a saver because you'll earn more income through interest on your savings. But if you're a borrower, higher interest rates mean higher borrowing costs. And don't forget about credit card interest rates. If you're carrying a balance on the credit cards, higher interest rates can mean more money out of your pocket every month. So make sure that you're paying down those balances as quickly as possible to avoid getting trapped in a cycle of debt. Brace yourselves, fellas, because this final tip is not for the faint of heart. I know it's a total bummer to cut out your daily latte, or cancelling your Netflix subscription may seem like a fate worse than death. When inflation hits, the cost of everything goes up, from groceries to gas to everything. So it's important to take a good hard look at your budget and identify areas where you can cut back. Maybe it means brown bagging your lunch instead of hitting up the fancy deli every day, or cancelling that gym membership that you never use. Whatever it takes to save a few bucks here and there, do it. It's all about making small sacrifices now to help ensure a stable financial future. And who knows, maybe you'll end up discovering some new hobbies and interests along the way. We hope that you find these tips enjoyable for staying afloat in an inflation-ridden economy. Don't forget to subscribe for more financial fun.